This is the story of Shaka-chan. Hard-working salaryman Mr. Gu was so tense and stressed that he wondered if there was more to life outside the daily grind. On the way to work one day, he came across an image of Hawaii that called out to him. So he jumped on a plane to see this place for himself. Upon arrival, he felt so lost and misplaced that he immediately wanted to return home. Before he could, he heard a warm voice say, "Aloha! Welcome to Hawaii." Mr. Gu was moved to see a smiling local offering the unwarranted kindness or akahai. And after talking story, they became fast friends. In the morning, Mr. Gu joined his friends on a fishing trip. Everyone was told that they needed to get to the fishing spot quickly, so Mr. Gu sprung into action and paddled as fast and as hard as he could without much success. He then noticed that the others were paddling together at the same time. When he joined them, the canoe moved swiftly and smoothly through the water, and he understood the value of unity or lokahi. That night, Mr. Gu accompanied his friend to a neighbor's kanikapila, a musical jam session. He was quietly encouraged to join in, but was afraid to do so. The music was so catchy, however, that Mr. Gu found himself playing along with the others. He appreciated the gentle or olu-olu way that he was welcomed. The next day, Mr. Gu went to gather produce from the land and was awestruck to see how nature provided such bounty. As the evening came, Mr. Gu lay down to enjoy the vast night sky. He reflected on the natural wonders around him and how it was all connected. He felt great humility or ha'a. Early the next morning, Mr. Gu was asked to help with some work. He dug a pit, moved rocks, built a fire, and cleaned leaves, but did not know why. This made him very frustrated because it seemed so meaningless and he wanted to give up. As the day went on, the fishermen came with the fish they caught, and the neighbors brought over their instruments. He soon realized that they were preparing for a luau feast. As all the preparations came together, Mr. Gu was thankful that he learned patience, or aho nui, in working together towards something that was bigger than his understanding. Sometime during the party, Mr. Gu stopped to reflect on the day he arrived. All of the things he felt so foreign to him now felt as if they were part of him. His friend explained, "You now understand akahai, lokahi, olu-olu, ha'a, aho nui." Together, those values form the Aloha spirit which you now have. And so is the beginning of Shaka-chan. But the story continues as he spreads his aloha around the world.